Said I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Vans, ooh, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then it vanish. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. On my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real. I'm not pressed to making lists, for real. I stay low and stack my chips, for real. You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rich, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip, for real. Been in shock, I'm not a lick, for real. Don't trust the soul, it's on my hip, for real. Make a move and you get hit, for real. No pictures by the crib, for real. Can't let them know just why I live, for real. 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 Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Plain Jane on my wrist, for real. LV on my chick, for real. Waco taking risks, for real. Went through hell to get to this, for real.
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone's good. Let me make sure most systems go. Yes, everything looks like it is working here. So Monday today, no news on the cards here. Pretty clean day overall, even in New York session here. So clean day overall, nothing to worry about after obviously FOMC. Not FOMC, sorry, NFP on Friday. So what happened in NFP here? So quick breakdown of NFP. We saw some gold movement towards the upside as we saw jobs start to become an issue, less hiring, threatening essentially the economy, showing the economy is doing weak. They don't want to cut rates as harsh. We had a whole webinar this week in the exclusive, so if you're there, make sure to check that one out if you haven't. That explains about the fundamental for the stock market, what we can expect. Now going into this week, obviously on coming soon, we have the FOMC. That's where they're going to discuss the rate decision and further rate decreases here. So if they start to hint, hey, we're not going to decrease rates, we can't risk it, it's obviously going to affect the market here. And likewise, if they start to talk about they're worried about the economy and may need to support the economy a bit more, that is also going to be negative there. So only way we have positive news if they're saying we're not worried about the labor market, that is why we can reduce interest rates, we don't feel inflation is going to tick up, blah blah blah. So it is going to be interesting to see how that develops. This move that we had up here was from that shock of news. It can be retraced here. There is a possibility for this to be retraced. I have seen it before. Market participants are not really doing anything this morning here. We've just been ranging all over Asian session, and it's kind of like the calm after the storm. I think the market's waiting for more clarity to kind of pick a decision. Now, since this was more impulsive side, and we've already had a lot of pricing in of news, any pullbacks back down would be opportunity for me, and we could see potential use that as opportunity. But the question is, do we get today to retrace some of this news, or are we going to stay stuck in this range here? So starting on daily time frame, actually let's go to weekly. Obviously weekly closing bullish still, haven't broken weekly highs yet, still first day of the week. Daily time frame here is closed bullish back above this previous resistance, so we actually have some sort of structure here. This is going to be a key pivotal point, right? That 40 level. If we start to close daily candles below that 40 level, it's not looking good. Previous 4-hour time frame closing bearish here, so giving us maybe the opportunity to retrace, or we get stuck in the range. It's one or the other. So we're going to put this as previous 4-hour. This is our only concern level here on higher time frame before the retrace. P4R, previous 4-hour resistance. And let's put our 4-hour resistance up here. And that's it. So looking at 1-hour time frame here, we can see we are trying to retrace. We did close bearish below, giving us some possible downside continuation, but we haven't got any yet. And now we're just stuck in this range. So this range becomes a little complex. See if Tradingview wakes up. Man. Can't trade if this is gonna lag like this all day. We have a few problems with internet in the whole of UAE. Who knows when it's gonna be fixed. I'd say we need to go below this previous 15 here. So we'll see what happens. They had this massive, look at this. See? Why your internet might be running slower than usual. UAE internet disrupted after Red Sea cables severed. Some idiot decided it would be a great idea to frickin' cut cables for some reason. God knows what he's doing, you know, or what maintenance schedule they have. And they thought it'd be a great idea. And yeah, now it's messed us up, right? So this is why I'm experiencing a little bit of slow internet. So that's good. Hey man, after a year ago I started trading, watching your videos. After a while I got into ICT. I'm finally profitable. It's really great seeing you after so long. That's very good, man, and congrats on the ICT. At least you're profitable, but you need to also take a visit to the clinic. In this clinic you request for a testosterone test. After you test your testosterone, make sure you have sufficient levels, because maybe you're profitable, but you're sacrificing a big portion of potential down the line issues, being more of a man, maybe even reproductive. It starts to have this bottling effect. Gym performance will go down. You can't lift weights. You don't want to be skinny but profitable. You want to be jacked and profitable. Now my internet's cut for a second. There we go. So this is what you need to make sure. Need to make sure that you're strong, profitable, and confident. Very important. As long as it's working, that's what I said. That's the first thing I said. I'm glad you're profitable. But I'm trying to help you past that, We need to make sure. So breakouts today, possible, yes. But, we need to get out of this mess today. So breakouts maybe by New York. I don't see a London breakout happening. Unless we get some crazy volume, which is possible. It is possible. This is disastrous, man. This is painful, man. So would you take a setup 2/5 sell? Probably not, because we're coming towards the top of the range. If I'm going to take those type of sells, it would have to be setup 5, probably below 190 key level. And I need that in conjunction of like a 1 hour or something, because you don't want to mess in these ranges. So we need like a strong close, probably setup 5. You can see 5 minute has some extreme levels here to the left of just mess. So if this thing wants to pull back, first pullback could be the higher low, and then today this is it, we start heading up. So we want to be careful about that. Oh my days, this is just not fun, man. Wonder how long they take to figure. I can't trade like this. I really can't. It's not possible. Who decides to cut cables, man? What type of idea is this to let cables like this? Fee fun. So weekly time frame on DAX here. Bearish candle close. Right, so we're seeing bearish candle close, very close to that weekly support, coming towards the bottom of the range here. Daily time frame now starting to create this structural point here. So we have this daily support down here, which we can duplicate this one now and bring back up to here like this. 4 hour time frame, so previous daily bearish, previous 4 hour doing what? Bearish as well. So we can move this to adjust this to match the 4 hour support as well. So we have a bearish buy session. Our target for today is going to be that daily support. So we're going to see if there's a possibility to fill this area here. So let's see what we're working on 15, 30 minute time frames, etc. 15 minute time frame we're working on. If it will let me know what we're working on. How do you trade GJ with the gap? You just trade around the gap. You can use the gap as a partial LTA. So we have this little previous 15 here. Let's have a look at this. Pullbacks to sell back down are going to work here. How many ISPs you have in Dubai? We have 2. 30 minute has a support right here. Should mark that. And 1 hour. We'll see. One hour is okay, but then we have it right here, 1 hour support. That sucks, man. Cascading support. Cascading support, never the easiest to trade a cascading support, because it's just support upon support. Makes it very tricky here, because we just make our range smaller and smaller. So we'll highlight it something like this, and maybe we can look below that 1 hour for sells. But ideally we get a pullback first. Pullback first will give us opportunities. Now we can take something a bit more on the aggressive side, which is going to be a sell below this 5 minute support, which I quite like. Get below here, trade to the 15, right? Work smarter, not harder. So that's going to be my plan for now. is to wait for this 55, this nice push up so far, creating liquidity. Either we create resistance up here, we sell back down, or we will get a close below here. Now for counter bias trades today, since we're creating around that daily support, 4-hour support, potential bounces could happen. I need to see breaks of at least second structures here. So I want to see a structure made here, and then at least for us to get back above 23,696. Once we get above there, I can look for potential buys. But otherwise, I'm on the selling side today because we're bearish bias, so I'm following bias. So let's see how this ends up forming, and then we take it from there. And that's about it. That's about it. Pretty damn simple. See if we can get a 5-minute close. I prefer this 5-minute to close bullish, next one close bearish. People were asking on GJ, how do you trade a gap like this? Well, a gap on GJ is, this is a gap here. So obviously we had some GBP strength come into here. That's why we have this gap on GJ. Also JPY weakness. But you basically treat it and look at the levels behind, right? So you look at the levels behind the gap and just treat it as there was nothing there. You can try trade through it, depends on the levels behind. And that's it. It's actually pretty simple. So looking back at gold here, how did we close the 1 hour? Still 5-minute, no pullbacks here. 1 hour closing strong bullish, obviously, but we're not closing above any resistances because it's a big mess. You can see. So we're still making this lower high movement. So we have lower high, lower low. You can see it's very successful after a 30-minute candle closing bearish. Seems to be a good catalyst for continuation down as well. But it does retest higher. This liquidity grabbed first. This 30-minute candle closed bearish, didn't break. Yeah, so it's not that clean. That's why 15-minute setup 5 would be warranted here. Would be much better to see that. And that's it. That's the analysis. So let's see what ends up happening. Get bearish candles, change the structure on gold for sells. If not, we will be looking for more information. Maybe it wants to break out today. I don't see any options just yet. DAX, we can sell back down to the 15. Let's see how it forms now with the open. Blasting up already, man. That is a big pullback. So it's kind of eradicating our buy idea. Look at that. Absolutely blasting up here. So this could end up being one big pullback for sells, or we just completely change bias today and we end up even breaking out, which could be an option. But there's nothing you can really do with this candle just now. Just a straight bullish candle. So we'll keep an eye on DAX. Keep an eye on gold as well. So yeah, if you guys understood the analysis, everything is clear. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. 200 of you in here, get the likes up to 150. I would appreciate that. Let's get it. New week, new opportunity. Let's continue the momentum from last week. Not a bad week. Who remembers that trade on Friday? That was not good momentum, I tell you that much. Luckily we got our break even. Ended up going down. It was well managed, I feel, and I'm happy with the way that I managed that. But damn, that was boring as hell. Who remembers that? That was super boring. Stuck in range for like maybe 2 hours, you know, just doesn't move. So luckily it gave us a chance. Imagine it didn't give us a chance to get out. That would be even worse, right? Did you manage to close it break even? Yeah, I closed it break even on stream. I closed it break even on stream. Anything you took in NYSE was NFP day, man. It was NFP day. Chart just blasted NFP. Full bullish candle on gold. Didn't feel like doing anything end of week with that type of candle. I wanted to understand the management behind it. The first management was just like, okay, it's not going in our direction. Let's reduce risk in this position. The second management is like, listen, This thing is not moving. We can't guarantee it's 50-50. I don't want to be in a 50-50 position. I'm just going to get out full. So then you get out break even. You know, it's the best way if you have the choice to make a decision. And I could say, if anything closes above later, I can get back in. You know, it's getting late, getting on top of it, having no volume, getting late into no volume time as well. So for me, it made more sense. And I didn't want to be holding it, let's say, all the way till NFP. I just find a different entry. Would have lost still? Yeah, so that's why it was good to manage it as well when we had the chance. I mean, it's 50-50. Even though this didn't work out, it could have played out. But in that position with that volume, it's 50-50. Let's see what we cook for today. DAX trying to make itself back to the top of the range. I wonder what it's trying to do today. Damn, Joy. Relax, bro. Jesus Christ. Man is singing to the whole group. Damn, that's a first. That's a first, man. That's public on YouTube and everything. Now we have to clip that and post that. Man is singing to the whole group. What's the best way to ride your trade? People say cut your loss and ride your win. No, but we manage based on technicals. We manage based on technicals. My post was split into two. I wrote that I rewatched the trade yesterday to understand the management. I got why you stayed in afterwards. Why you reduced. Yes. So what didn't you understand? Or did you understand everything? Then it's fine, right? I'm looking for buys on gold. Okay. I don't think just yet we're ready for buys though. Bearish bias on gold on DAX. Mixed bias on gold. Bearish bias on DAX today. Tradesharpe Records first signing. Yeah, he's vibing, man. Monday morning, ready for it. Shout out. Enjoying. With bearish buy setup 2 would be enough, right? Man, it's more about the range here, bro. Look at the mess of this range. It's just such a messy. Look at how unclean the setup 2s have been. Comes down, big liquidity grab, stops you out, comes back, ranges, then finally decides to go. It's just one big mess. So how do we know that this is just going to be a clean move? That it's not going to need to retest the 4 hour? Because if we like this even retested the 4 hour. So maybe we need to retest the 4 hour first before the sells. And then we're going to be stopped out. And then we look back at this trade and we're like, shit, what was wrong with this trade? What was wrong is where we're trading. Go look at this on a 1 hour and you'll understand that, hey man, this is not the greatest place. Right? This is a bit of a mess. You know, compared to, you know, you're trading here compared to these type of moves. You're trying to trade in here. And this is even clearer because it's just, you can buy the bottom of the range, especially with us being bullish. So this is the problem we're dealing with today. I'm still not able to do what you did generally in this situation. My mount B first occasion, it's an emotional thing. It's a safer thing, right? It's like it's a progression, right? It's good that, okay, I'm taking the safest option. Like you can keep hitting BE. It's not going to make you lose too much. It's better than keep hitting losses. But again, it's going to stop your profitability. Like we have people who are slightly more advanced, and I actually push them away from hitting break even. Whereas a beginner, I don't mind hitting break even a bit more. It's going to keep them safer for losses, and then they record the outcome. If there's a 5-minute change of structure, maybe 15. If we have a 30-minute close, yeah. But 15-minute close has not been enough anywhere. We don't have all the previous resistance. Look, 15-minute close bearish, ended up going up. This 15 close bearish, range. This 15 close bearish, retested, came back up, stopped you out. This 15-minute close bearish, not a setup. This one closed below, never broke the low. Only this one went, and this one is the only one that worked. Right next to support as well. So all tough. So finally, I think we have 5-minute structure formed. Yeah, that's our first 5-minute structure now formed. So that's going to be a good reference point. When is your podcast coming with Raja? We'll see when they decide to post it. Not sure when they plan to post it. But we'll see. Are you collabing with Raja? I didn't collab with him. I was invited on a podcast with a couple of guys. On which channel? Will be on the Way On channel. They will post it there. I'm excited to your podcast. How long you know Raja? I met him last year once. If they're not paying you, at least you have a share of the company. I work with the owners, man. We have deals that we do together and stuff like that, and it's different. You know how much it costs to hire a film crew like that? I mean, to film that podcast, their expenses are maybe around $1,500 just for that podcast. More even. You know what type of camera equipment they have? They're fully loaded, man. And that documentary, remember that documentary? Like, if I had to hire a film crew to come and film a documentary of me like that, it's a lot of money, man. A lot of money. Like, I just filmed a video for Pip Labs version 5. Like, that cost. I had professional filming happen and all of that stuff for like a 10-second video. But it's so good. I haven't done this yet, but given the powerful fundamentals favoring gold, what do you think of swing trade? Wrong position. Too late for swing trade. Your swing trade was a week and a half ago. Buying gold right now? Crazy. Crazy to do so on a swing position. If not, just take an intraday position and try to hold them. Because if gold breaks out today, you will be able to hold without needing to put a big stop loss below. Harry, what is your opinion on fixed range volume profile indicator? It can be used as a tool to identify certain levels of interest, but it's not enough to do anything by itself. It's only as a reference, right? Like support and resistance. Anyone can draw support and resistance, but it's not enough to be profitable, right? We use support and resistance as what? As a reference. And this is the biggest mistake. People, they try to get one indicator, something, right? They'll go here and they'll open like any indicator and be like, what do you think of it? Everything that we do on the chart, regardless, you draw supply and demand, you draw support and resistance, you draw a fixed range volume profile, it's used as reference. It's not used as That is it. So we use it as reference with other confirmations, fundamentals, technicals, zone, bias. That's what's going to make you a profitable trader. You're just using those things as tools to help you. So no matter what makes more sense in your head is what you should use. That's it. The second problem is people add way too much, right? They'll add everything together. Are you trading futures in USA market, the centralized market with proper volume order flow data available? I do trade futures, yes. I'm not too impressed with it, if I'm being honest. Like, this is, I think the industry has way overhyped it. People pushing their incentives. It's not, it's not far superior. It's not superior to CFDs, especially if you're trading with a good broker. I get slipped in futures, there's spreads in futures, there's commissions. I don't have commission in indices. The only one thing I like about futures is everyone sees the same chart. Makes life a lot easier, right? That's an amazing factor. That's enough to put it slightly ahead, but trading condition wise, not even close, except for news, of course. Even news you get, I mean, it's still. So if sells are going to come through, we're probably going to see it below 90. 90 is my purple line. It's a key level. It's probably, and that's also the bottom of that 5-minute structure. You don't trade gold in futures? No, not always. Depends. Also, no spreads? Man, there's spreads. They're just hidden spreads. This is what people lie about. There is spreads. I'm not saying you're lying, but the industry way overhypes it. I've live traded futures in front of you guys, and you guys see I get... I mean, who remembers last time I was trading? Even check on stream, guys. Watch stream on the New York sessions we were doing. Live. I was on my futures account. You can go watch any one of the New York streams. Maybe this one here. Go have a look at it. You will see live me getting slipped. Funded future accounts are so cheap compared to CFDs. That's a big benefit. It's a different, that I totally agree with. That's why I was recommending it. At the end of the day, you're paying the same, around the same price eventually, because once you pass, you do have to pay that activation fee. But, and then most people fail to get a payout. So this is how it works with prop firms, is they either make it easy to pass, harder to get a payout, or harder to pass, easier to get a payout. It's one or the other. So with futures, it's a little bit harder to get a payout. Minimum trading days, consistency rules, blah, blah, blah. But to pass, it's wonderful. And I think that's a main benefit because it's mentally straining. Oh, I have no idea. I never traded futures? Yeah. But copy trading is a big advantage. In futures, 20 accounts copied accurate. Is that true? No, it won't be accurate between all the accounts. The accounts will sometimes close a little bit later or something like that. People who said it's exact same execution, no. You'll see some accounts, like it happens to people. Check when people copy accounts to pass, let's say 5 accounts at once. Maybe 2 of those accounts are passed, the 3 have still not made it because of how it's closing. So no difference. Did you take any payouts? No, you have consistency rule, and I want to build a buffer. So before I take first of all, I want to take a payout that's worth it. Second of all, you have to meet the consistency rule of 5 profitable days. And then I also want a buffer so that when I take a payout, my account's not back at break even. I'm in no rush to take a payout. I've actually not traded it that much. I think I've traded it a total of 5 days total. Out of those 5 days, 2 days I took a trade. Maybe no, 6 days. I took 2 losses. Well, one was just like a $50 loss. And then I took one like $180 loss. And then I won one trade. And then I had a couple of break even. And then I haven't traded it since then. So I'm just above, like I think a couple of $100 in profit, which is not worth for me to take a payout. If I trade profitably 2 more days, I will be able to take a payout, but I'm not taking like a $300 payout for, maybe I'll take that out, but I want to maybe make like a $600 and then take a $300 payout. Then you have $300 buffer. Because remember, once you take a payout, what you have to do, you have to trade another 5 profitable days. So it's like an ongoing effect of it making it a little bit harder and harder and harder. Can you show us the stats live? Yeah, of course, man. Just go check it out. I was showing the stats in my New York streams. That's when I was trading the account. So go watch any of the New York streams. Start from the first one, second one. Just skip to when I was showing my account. You can see me take the trades live and stuff like that. If you want to see the stats of me actually passing my account, that is also here. This is not some let me cherry pick. No, I announced when I was gonna start the challenge. I announced that I full margined the first challenge and failed, and then I announced when I started the second challenge, and then I showed me and then I said when I finished it. So this was done, and I even show you all the trades so you can see that the trades are not random. A lot of people just full margin and just take random trades. Go watch this video of how I passed it. Yeah, it was a nice time in the good volume in the market, so I didn't take any losses. But you can see every single trade. You can see I'm using 1 to 2% risk. Look, simple to pass it. 600, 500, $200, $100 win, $600 win, $800 win, pass it. And I even show every single trade here in this video, and I explain the trades to you. So you can see that these are not just random trades, right? Like I just did random trades to pass my account, and then the one that I pass is the one that I show online. I can even show you my purchase history on the funded account challenge. If people are not believing me, I can show you that I purchased one challenge that I full margined, and then I was $200 away, and then I continued to full margin and fail. Then the second challenge I purchased, I said I'm just going to trade normally. 3,000 is not a big profit target, right? I said 3,000 is not a big, it's 6%. I said I'll risk 2%, couple of good trades, I'll be good. I risked 1 to 2%, and then I passed it. I took no losses in that. I literally also say in that video that not always good that you're not going to have no losses. I take losses all the time. You can see my public journal of all my losses. I have, the last time I took a loss was last week. Actually, no, not last week. The week before, right? The last time before that I took it was like 8 days before last week. So I take losses. You can see my journal. There are losses in there. It's normal. It's not to say that you should pass your account with 100% win rate. Sir, kindly can tell I buy or sell. Sir, actually, I'm not going to get into this. I was actually going to give him something, but I think I'll take a break for today. We will preserve mental health for the rest of the week. Buy or seal. So let's see, 100% win rate signal, full margin. Yeah, we should try one of those. Let people copy, and then, you know, if they lose it, if they win it, the problem, they're gonna come back. But if they lose it, then you never have to see them again. So I don't know if it's a win-win situation, because if they come back, then they want one more. I see DAX on my other monitor trying to break out of its range. Very weird, actually, price action. Counter bias trade today, I wonder. Weird. What level are we gonna reject off the level, or is this just gonna fly? We have like a reverse setup 3 now. Daily, I think, is okay for a little bit of bounce here. Big clean, yes. Wow, this is interesting. 1 hour looks good. I'm sort of worried of this level, so we'll put it as a watch. Sometimes it likes to react off this. We have 5-minute structure now. Just keep an eye on it. Do you live in your mom's basement? No, I live in your mom's bedroom. That's where I live. I sleep in the same bed as your mom. That's where I live. You understand? So, not mine, yours. So, hopefully that answers your question. I can't. Rent free. Rent free. Makes me dinner, makes me tea in the morning. You know? I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something, but I'm just gonna type it in the chat what I was gonna say. This is too far. That's why we only leave it for chat. But, you know, this is too far. You know, we can't take it that far. Have to give a break. That's if we you know, we escalate it to next level. Do you love her? No. That's how harsh it is, man. That's how harsh it is. I'm telling you, man. Possible breakout on gold. I'm looking breakout on DAX more than gold here. I'm just trying to think, is this 15 enough, or do I need to wait for 5-minute structure? Because my stop loss is just going to go below a random 5-minute candle here, and I'm relying on this here to protect my stop loss. Is it enough? I don't know if it's enough. Doesn't really seem like enough. I would prefer one more 5-minute structure if I'm being honest, especially counter bias. Where's our previous 30-minute? Maybe we've just played safe. Yeah, we look for above previous 30-minute. Something like that. And then hopefully it can make 5-minute structure. And then we take it above previous 30-minute. Because we're bearish bias. So we can't just say, okay, let's go full steam ahead, bullish. You know what I mean? He's checking his mom's bedroom looking for you. Try not to insult other people's moms. Maybe they shouldn't ask me those type of questions. Do you live in your mom's basement? Does this look like a freaking basement with sun coming in from the side? Stupid question. If you ask a stupid question like that, I'm gonna give you a stupid answer that you might not like. You know? Why is he involving my mother into this? I will involve his. Maybe not in a nice way. I don't play. I replicate someone's intentions. If he's gonna come in here trying to aggravate, he's gonna get a nice answer from me. Even though I'm all playful. This is, for me, it's just a bunch of words. We can have some fun. But people are not used to it. They're not used to, oh shit, he's actually saying something. You know? I have respect for everyone's family, and I will never say anything bad against their mother intentionally or purposely or harmful. That's for sure. I actually respect the highest amount to people's parents. If you actually watch my documentary, I even talk about my own parents, how much I respect what they did. So, but if you're I'm gonna have some fun, you know? I'm gonna have some fun. Man, this bottom wick here is super tempting to push through that level. But we have to, if this can close bearish here, next one close above would be full ideal scenario right now, full. You have to keep in mind this is bearish bias, man, bearish bias. It's not, if it's full bullish bias, mixed bias, send it, man, send it. But you know, DAX been a little bit more impulsive recently, you know? So maybe we can get away with this bottom wick. And also one thing I've been thinking is maybe it's worth half. Very fine. Decisions. Here's a good one for you guys to learn. Whenever there's a hard decision like this, the best decision is the safest decision. That's the easiest way to get over anything, guys. You might miss the move, but that doesn't matter, because whenever you're in a situation where I'm not too sure what makes sense is the safest decision. So what is the safest decision? A close above. That can easily answer your question with no confusion. Yes, it means that you could miss the move, but guess what? You will learn either way. You're like, okay, after the move happens, you go back and you say, how could I have entered into this? What, maybe half risk break of high was okay. Maybe, you know, doing something, you can watch how it ended up playing out and take information. But remember, you always have to keep in mind that if this lost, right, you would never think about how I could have entered, because you have to be honest. You have to be honest, because if it broke the high and then went down, don't tell yourself, I would have never entered anyways. No, because if it played out, you would still consider how could have entered. So always think about both sides. But when you think about the safest side, meaning waiting for the close, it cuts all that confusion because you've waited for what you wanted, right? Or the best, the best stuff. Too many people say on the internet things that they would never tell to someone face to face. Then they get offended when they get answered back. Yeah, he hasn't replied to that, because what can you reply, you know? If you're just going to keep replicating that energy, I'm going to ride with it. Have some fun. When is the last time you remember full port risk trading and how did it go? I full ported the first funded account. Max risk I could use on that funded account on futures, and it didn't work out. I was $200 from passing, so it worked out. And then I just kept doubling down until I passed, so I lost 200. Then I risked 400, I lost 400, and then you're just taking random trades. So it doesn't work well for me. That's why I passed the funded account quicker by just following my plan. 1 week it took me, or 2 weeks, something like that. Is London Open 10 a.m. your time? That's Frankfurt Open. London Open's 11, but Frankfurt normally there's better volume. All right, we're getting the bearish candle here. This is nice. So 5 minutes for a candle close above would be amazing. Please, why is the price on my Tradingview different of that MT5, even same pair, same time frame? How much different? If a couple of, number is slightly different, that's normal. But if it's massively different, yeah, you have a problem. Would be going against 1 hour, 4 hour, and what if this is just liquidity? Yeah, that's the risk, right? That's the risk. That's why we want to make sure we have extra confirmation for the buys here. What is the craziest amount of pips you can risk for a trade? I can risk as many pips as I want. I'll just adjust my lot size. But Harry, 1 hour no bottom wick would be going against the 1 hour. Yeah, exactly. Harry, did you get stage 1? No, I passed that account. That was 1-1. That was on futures. The video's on YouTube. Go watch it. This prop firm challenge video. You'll get all the information you're asking from. Some of the guys are watching UJ. Pretty brave after what it did on Friday. Very impressed. Looking for a sell below here, I'm guessing. Share with me that profile pic. It's amazing. It's not bad, huh? It's the secret to profitability. Futures prop firms versus forex prop firms. I actually am going to go with futures prop firms. So on the prop firm side, I think futures prop firms are way better than forex prop firms. But once you pass, forex prop firms are slightly better, more flexibility, more things you can trade. But the actual being funded, I think you should first be funded on a futures because it's easier to pass. It will also still give you the rules you need, less mentally straining, cheaper. So it is a bit better, yes. It's a good pair, just it was a bad trade. I know. Let's see if this closes above here. If I trade gold future, I have different charts, so I can't follow the stream accurately. That's why, and why DAX is not there in futures. Yeah, you'll have to follow the futures chart, so just keep it for NY. But you know the skill, right? So once you have the skill, you know, you don't need to worry about it. You can have both. 2 minutes for this to close above. Let's see if it closes above. Should get set up. So we need volume here for this to work. Yeah, we need amazing volume. Would you rather wrestle a bull or a bear to get $1 million funded? Damn, that's a great question. I have to go with the bull, man. Bull is way easier to wrestle than a bear. Bear, you're basically cooked, man. It's a pretty easy one. So definitely a bull. Can't trade DAX on futures? Not all. Also, after you're funded, you need to make the safety net. Only then you can start taking profits. Its safety net is a personal choice. Your monthly expenses in Dubai depends what I'm buying during the month. Just so everyone knows, I did respond to Harry's mom comment. He's just the one not responding. Where is it, bro? Can't see his response. Anyone find his response? Paste it for me, please. Actually looking through chat now. Where is it? Where is it? I don't see it, man. You have to repaste it, then I can see it. He never responded? Yeah, I can't see it. Alright, so we closed bullish here, but no close above. I still have to wait for the close above. I don't like this 15. It looks really dangerous. How do you copy trade off the broker? No, I don't need to copy trade off the broker. What do I need to copy trade to would be my question. What's your opinion on CFDs? I really like. I trade them for a long time. As long as you're with a good broker, they're very good. I traded futures as well. I don't see much benefits except for the centralized chart. That is one thing I do like, is a centralized chart. Is this enough to go aggressive or what? No, not with that 1 minute, that's for sure. I did, bruv. I said congrats. You're spending your time in a 70-year-old lady's bedroom because you can't pull the real baddies at your age. I don't know if that's if you're offending yourself or trying to offend me. So you're happy that I'm spending time with your mom, and your comeback is that I'm not pulling baddies my age? What if I just have more than one, bro? You didn't consider that. Pulling baddies my age. But he's okay with me pulling his mom. And who said I'm pulling your mom? You asked where did I sleep? I never said that I'm pulling your mom. You see, now you're automatically assuming that I'm pulling your mom. I'm not pulling her. You just asked me where I sleep. I said I sleep in her bedroom. She's hosting me. Free. Man, I wouldn't do that. If you think I'm into that shit, that's a little bit messed up, man. I don't know what things you're thinking of, but it's too much, man. It's too much. It's too much. Actually made me laugh, bro. Respect. It's all jokes, man. Don't take it personally. Don't take it for all jokes. I respect your mother. I respect your mother. That's what I was telling her last night. Fuck, man. I have to stop, man. I have to stop, man. I can't keep a straight face. 1 minute 26 seconds. Only joking, bro. I'm only joking. Actually, seriously, I'm only joking. See if this wants to close above. We actually have tighter stops now. So even if it closes a little bit deeper, stops are only like 10 points, whatever. 10, 12 points. Just ban him. He didn't do anything bad, man. He's replying normally. Just a bit of roasting. He said one comment and now he's like chill about it. He's just roasting back. It's not that bad. If he's really trying to be toxic, we can ban him. But I don't think he's being that toxic. Just a bit of banter. See if we can close above here. 21 seconds. Close above, then bottom wick, and then we should be good. Damn, rejecting last second. That's a bit boring. It was looking nice. But we have to wait another 5 minutes here, closing below. So how did it close the 15? I'm interested to see how it closed the 15 like that then. 15 would have closed doji, right? Yeah. So we need 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes of waiting here for now. We need to cross that 30-minute level. That 30-minute level is giving problems. And if we buy into that, we could have problems. So I don't really want problems. We're just having fun, bro. I'm joking too. Yes, I know. So I told you guys, no need to ban him. Keeping us safe, yeah. We just don't want it to fly the next 5 minutes without us. Let's have a look at what gold is doing. I'm looking at my other monitor. Just keep an eye on it. Ooh, gold might break out in London, but we don't have any type of structure here. So I want to see gold make some structure and then we can maybe attempt a gold breakout. This we have to wait 4 minutes. I hope it doesn't just fly, but we have a lot of range. You know, it's not that bad. Let's see, let's see. I also need the toilet, so I'm gonna go to the toilet. I hope it doesn't, toilet volume doesn't come and it just flies. That would be shitty, but hey, it is what it is. We'll be back. Wonder how long it will take them. I wonder how long it'll take them to fix this internet issue we have in Dubai. Two minutes. Let's see what happens. Very close to open. 10 minutes is enough, Thomas, normally. 5 minutes is sketchy. 5 minutes is sketchy, but 10 minutes is enough. Even 5 minutes can be enough. It's just sketchy because if you're in drawdown before, you kind of have to close or you gamble it, which is not fun to gamble. But 10 minutes, like if we're not pushing in 10 minutes, especially with the tighter stop loss on this type of position, we should know pretty quick. Run like a 8-point stop loss is nuts. Get to 1-to-1 pretty fast. Ten seconds here. Let's see how we close. Ooh, no top wick, but we have top wick in 5. We need a good bottom wick here. Let it make a wick. Yeah, re-break of this high, I'll give it a shot here. Re-break of its own high. Stop loss below the candle that closed above. So we're looking at like 10-point stop. Yeah, great bottom wick. I don't think, you know, on 5 minute we discussed it won't be too much problem, especially after this bottom wick, we should be okay. You know, that's why I let it make that top wick first like that, because it kind of makes the wick for the previous candle, and then we avoid this drawdown. So now if it re-breaks its own high, we're not going flip, we're going re-break of its own high, we should have some sort of push, only with 10 point stop. 10 points is not a massive push, you know, somewhere around here. Looks big on screen, yes, but should be okay. Might have to hold maybe one more pullback, 2 pullbacks, we'll see. Actually 9.6 point stop, but this is the pullback we're avoiding. So I will run my stop loss below wherever this bottom wick becomes. I'm watching gold on my other monitor. Dude, if DAX pushes after all this low volume fade / chop higher, I will be impressed. Yeah, but we're trying to break out. This is what's different. And now we have structure. So if this wants to fake out, this candle should do the fake out. We should see it just fail now. Because now we've broken the high. We're going re-break of the high. It's actually a very good position we'll be in terms of probabilities. We don't want the stop loss to become too much bigger. Otherwise, it won't make sense to take the trade. But this is okay. This is like maybe 2 points bigger. Might adjust my lot size just by a little bit. 2 points is still 2 points. Now, if we close bearish like this, I'm going to delete it because it doesn't make sense. We're closing back below the 30. If it closed bearish up here, it makes sense. It's just a thunderstorm. It's even better confirmation. It's even better confirmation. How big is stop now? I think it's not making sense anymore. We should wait. Yeah, 13 points. We have this resistance up here. This is like 12 points away, so... yeah, I'm just going to delete it there. No, not triggering us. Re-break of high, keeping us safe. Can be happy with that. It's just a little bit boring, obviously. But it's keeping us safe for now. We will wait for... to see how it ends up reacting from here. Can we close weak? Maybe we can re-add it in 48 seconds if something changes. But we're getting close to open. So I want to be careful because we're getting very close to open. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I can't close my position because of fucking no connection. Are you kidding me? This is a big problem. Oh shit. It won't close. Hello. Lucky I'm not getting triggered. That's very dangerous. Okay, went through finally. Damn. Scary, scary, man. This stupid connection, it dips out. I have to be careful. Maybe I risk a little less today. That's a serious threat. Anyways, I got to delete it anyways. So, no order open. And also spread just widened right now for some reason. I don't know if this is just an internet issue, but check my spread just widened stupidly. Oh, now I feel like it's the internet issue, man, but you see spread was a bit wide right there. Look, look, look. Look at spread. Some dodgy shit going on. Look at this. Look at spread. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's new. I think that's because we're 5 minutes to open, but that normally doesn't happen. Bottom right is your internet? Yeah, that's my... internet is okay, but it like fades in and out. So gold here, we might break out for London 600 key level. That is where our eyes need to be drawn to, is the 600 key level there. Do I have another key though? Yeah. Bring it to 600. Above there would be a buy, but holy shit, would we break out during London? I don't think so, man. I really don't think so. Are you trading against bias on DAX? I was, yes. I was. But we're sort of now forming some weird price action. We could take sells by the open, but on DAX I'm waiting for the open. This could be a nice rejection. But we'll see how it, this could be actually great for sells. But we need to wait for the open here on DAX, because I feel like the open could spike up first. We need to see. Waiting for a bigger bottom wick on DAX saved us because there was a small one. That's the problem with no top wick, right? Because it has nothing to break. So let it create a wick that kind of simulates it making a top wick for the last candle. And then when we break that, we should get the continuation. This would be equivalent of us never breaking the previous candle high. So that's why, so that's what it helped with. We can take setup 2 back towards the high. Well, with bearish bias now, if we start rejecting from these highs, we could actually look for sells. Gold 1 hour close above in 2 minutes. If it close above, we learn something good. Yeah, I just don't know if I trust a breakout in London. I feel like this is setting up for one massive FU. Like, I'm actually tempted if it was to break 600 to take a short, believe it or not. Even though it's counterintuitive, I feel like we could see that. This 4 hour resistance, let's put at key level 95. Okay. Let me double check my orders are all, it scared me that. Now I am paranoid, so let me double check everything. Refresh. And we look okay. Okay, yeah, we look okay. I think a close below tells us to look for sells. Yeah, possibly, especially below that 4 hour. But it's trying to make up its mind right now. Same thing with DAX. I can see DAX other monitors really trying to make up its mind what it wants to do. Go up, go down. We'll see the open here. Open on DAX in about 36 seconds. So we'll see what spike it gives. Gold candle here is just a random close for now. Not really giving us great information. But on the 1 hour, I think we do have a breakout. Yeah, we will have a breakout. So based on the 1 hour, it's breaking out. So for me, still above 600 is the only place we can push buys. And those pushing buys are aggressive. Those pushing buys are aggressive. We want this 15 to close bearish and then the next one close above 600 if we try something. Wow. DAX liquidity grabbed the high, then flipped. So DAX messed up everyone who was impulsive trading. Check this out. This is nasty. Liquidity grabbed the high. All impulsive traders crying. Now we're back down here. So we could take a sell on DAX if we break below. Wow, but that's a great 1 hour candle close. This is interesting, man. Again, another 5-minute close above can give us a buy again, man. Can give us a buy again. 4 minutes is a long time, though. Man, what difficult conditions like this. We have to wait 4 minutes here. There's no other choice. There's no other choice, that's for sure. Yeah, I couldn't enter impulsive there. It doesn't make sense. But we're getting that move up. Just wish we got it earlier before open. I just couldn't enter impulsively there. It's not a good trade entering impulsively when we're bearish bias. Bullish bias, yes. But bearish bias with this stop loss. Remember, this is a 23-point stop loss. 23 points is like all the way up here, man. It's a big move. On bearish bias, huh? Keep that in mind. Bullish bias, different scenario. Way different scenario. Wow, and already back to entry. I wonder how I'd manage this if I was in. See, bullish bias, I trust it, but bearish bias, you can't. You're out as quick as possible because this shit could flip. This could be more and more liquidity grabs. So you don't know. And gold, what is gold trying? We'll see if gold wants to get above 600 here. 1 hour, we have a close above. 30-minute, how did 30-minute close? Let's have a look. It's just dodgy, man. It's dodgy with all of these candles closing bullish like this. Pull back on gold surely. I mean, I don't know what gold's trying to do today. I really feel like this could be one nasty fake out on gold. We may just be consolidating. Yeah, if that's the case, then it makes sense to sell from the highs, right? We have a lot of room towards down, but it feels so bad because we are bullish, man. 1 hour is a very good close. NY long, yeah, NY long I agree with. NY long would be way better. Five-minute might close above 600 here. Ooh, close just below. So no entry just yet. Oh, what? That adjusted up. I need to check on broker. Wait. Did you guys see that? It adjusted last minute. No bottom wick here yet. Oh, we're above on broker. Holy shit. 43 pips stop loss. Breakout trade. Good bottom wick. Shit. I think we have to go aggressive. We have to go aggressive and just manage if it comes back. If you guys are not fast at management, don't take this. But this is the only shot we have here. It's the only shot we have here. Super aggressive, but with this bottom wick, it's a gift. It's a gift that at least we can get in on the flip. If it reflips, I get out. I'm looking for a straight push. With this type of bottom wick, it's a gift. Stops below 5 minute, back in 5 minute range, because I'm trying to get out as fast as possible here. If it creates 1 minute structure, I'll even run that 1 minute stop loss below the 1 minute structure, because I'm trying to get out as fast as possible. So if this, hopefully, this, if it's gonna fake out, this is gonna be the fake out, and we are not gonna be triggered in. But if this is actually gonna break out with volume today, after this size bottom wick, we should grab all the liquidity we need. The time we break that 5 minute high, there should be a quick push. That quick push would be enough to get to break even. If it fails, I get out just from a safety perspective. Even if it works out later, I don't care. But from a safety perspective, I get out. If it just triggers me in and immediately flips bearish, well, then I'm destination fucked, right? Then I just, cry myself to sleep. I took the risk, right? But if this is going to be the fake out, this 5 minute candle should close bearish and we will be fine. We'll know that. I'm going to run bottom wick as stop loss. Yeah, same. Because it's really that type of position that we don't need even a big stop, right? We just need to see what happens. Does it flip? One minute 50 seconds, so we want to see it flip here. Just have to be ready once it flips. I see any shady business, I get out. Risk all or regret? No, we're not risking all. Regular risk. Nothing over risking, no point. Last 1 minute of the candle. Let's see what it wants to do. Thunderstorm, maybe. Thunderstorm we could get. I'm thinking to delete it and wait for the last 1 minute, but I feel like it could flip here and push. So I have to keep it for now. This is where we have tight margins. Okay, last 30 seconds I'm waiting. Last 30 seconds I'm waiting. I'm waiting last 30 seconds. That I'll wait. See if we can get a thunderstorm. See if we can get thunderstorm. No thunderstorm, but we need bottom wick. Let's see if we can get a bottom wick here. How deep of a bottom wick? Deeper the better. I guess not deep bottom wick. 1 minute close, nice. Yeah, mine. I missed my buy stop to get out of my buy stop, so it actually triggered, which is very risky. I closed it, but it was a tricky one here because I was not fast enough. So I don't know if I got a bit lucky. I don't know what to count that as luck or not. I immediately moved to break even, but yeah, I don't know what to count that as. Straight 1-to-1. Yeah, I got triggered on that 1-to-1. As I went to delete the buy stop, as I went to press to delete the buy stop, it triggered me in. So I don't know what to count that as, you see. I didn't get triggered on the next candle, I got triggered on the previous candle. You see that? I got triggered on the previous candle, not the next candle. So as I did that, boom, next candle opened, I'm like, okay, it just broke the high. So I guess it's still a win here. I guess it's a win. So great push here, breakout definitely coming through. Wow, I wish I held now. Well, that was the trade from my side. I close out at 1-to-1, but this shit's still running. Tricky one. Suffering from success. I'm out. Oh, a lot of people took it. I closed £3 short. You know what, man? Risk £3 right now. Risk £3 with like a 10 pip stop loss. Wait for a setup 2 on 1 minute. Risk £3 with like a 10 pip stop loss and see if you can pass it. Probably get wrecked on spread. You're risking £3. What's the worst thing? You're down £6? Worth it, man. Worth it. Or £3 short right now. No, I'm not joking. Not a short. You're risking £3, man. It's £3. Choose direction. That's why I was about to close at entry. I saw this 1 minute and then look at the bottom wick I got on IC. You see, it was a good bottom wick here. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. If this thing dumps deeper, I'm going to take a loss. And then I'm just going to say, fine, I got triggered before. But you can see I got triggered on the previous candle. I think I put my... Look, spread looks like there's no spread here. Spread, there looks like there's no spread. But I got triggered before. Why you wanted to cancel 30 seconds before? Just to see the next candle open. Then I could have entered like that. So if I had cancelled, I would have gone break of high. I would have gone in a little bit later. But as I cancelled, would you have entered bottom weight like this? Yes, break of high though. That's enough for me. Not the one that you can see here. No, not yours. Yours is tough. This I would have hesitated for sure. This I would have hesitated 100%. The bottom wick I have on IC, no problem. That's why I kept it. This type of bottom wick is fine. Your one, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem for sure. How big was your bottom wick though, Gmail? Was it like mine or like his? Like this is scary though. Like this I agree. Maybe wait for a little bit more. Alex, you took the long? £3 long? Not yet? Come on. Yeah, this is a little bit as well hesitation, this one. Not as clear as mine on IC. IC1 was a lot clear. You have to just press the £3, Alex. Come on. You're missing. It's £3. It's not going to fail your challenge. It's £3. 1 to 1. If you lose this one, then you just wait. I was trying quick short. What happened with the short? But didn't get in? Oh. Next pullback, you have to long again. Don't FOMO, guys. No, he needs three. He needs £3 to pass, man. £3 to pass. I was risking £6. Yeah, you just have to go with one. Try it once. Then worst case scenario, you lose £6. I mean, what size account are we talking about? What percentage of the account is that? 0.06 or something? $100K? Bro, £6 in a $100K account is nuts. You have to FOMO into something. At least for £6. There's no doubt. Otherwise, the next time you just take a proper trade, the next trade. I say next support formed on 1 minute, buy it. Next support on 1 minute, buy it. That would be my for that £6. He may lose more and chase all day. Bro, it's £6. He has a 100K account. This 1 minute close bullish, you probably just give it a shot for £6 or breaks the high. Breaks the high of the previous, you go £6 risk there and £3 to pass there. Now you have to be in. No, and pray for the best. Come on. Your risk calculated off this. Are you at £3 yet? The minute you see £3, close. All in or nothing. Once it breaks this 1 minute high, you should have the £6. You have to capitalize on these times. Come on, please tell me you listen to me. Should be passed. That should be passed. Tell me we passed his account. I'm literally giving him, telling him to go. Has to be passed. telling you, I told him to go on this 1 minute break of high. What is that? 12 pips for 13 pips. That's almost 1 to 1. That's almost 1 to 1. That has to be passed if you risk 6 quid to make 3. Guaranteed passed here. Anyways, I would have done that and then it would have worked today. And if I lost that, I would have just left the charts and come back. What do you think? Big enough bottom wick? This is not bad. Yeah, this is not bad. Where is Alex, man? Come on. Please tell me you listen. Should have been in. I mean, your bottom wick is a little bit on the edge. I understand it. But you have a gap. You see your gap? See this? That's why you didn't have a bigger bottom wick. So yours is on the edge. I would have hesitated on yours. It's not the end of the world. You sold and you're in drawdown? Fuck, man. I wouldn't sell. Shit, we're getting a proper London breakout. Can't believe this is a long time. 100 pips in London? Should have left it, man. We rarely get this. This is nuts. definitely should have left it. Hi, since the 5 minutes technically not thunderstorm, this is so it's based on the 15 close? Yes, sir. It's not based on the 15, it's based on that previous 5, sorry. And then the 1 minute close above. That's your confirmation, the 1 minute close above, stop below that. But if your bottom wick look like this, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard. Getting really pissed with slips and spread. If I close at 1-to-1, I only get 0.8. Kind of became how to tackle this problem. The market doesn't care about your RR. Close when the market is in a good position to close. Just focus on the charts. You close at 610? Wow, Steven, that's a massive one. 1-to-3 you got on that? Almost 1-to-4. Sheesh. 100 pip banger. Bro, I'm following you for a while. It took time to discipline myself, but actually money flows, brother. Thank you. Yes, sir. Well done. I had first stops. Not bad, but still good risk to reward. Double. Not bad, not bad. Anyways, I'm gonna head off now. Appreciate you all. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. Do not FOMO into anything else now. And wait for New York session pullbacks to continue the move. See what New York session brings. Been a long time since we had a breakout on London. Really nice to see some of my favorite trading. And yeah, take care all. Have a good rest of your day. And hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right. Peace. Much love. Peace.